guys, welcome back. It's Scotty Boy coming to you from Ohio. Actually at the very same truck stop that I was on the video that I did over the Easter weekend, and for much the same reason. This truck has been rolling, I'm telling you. I don't know about other TNT scenarios, but this truck almost never stops. We both do full, we usually stop somewhere between 10 and 11 hours on our clock, and it's basically sleep, stop at a rest area, get your business done, and then we switch and roll on again another 10 or 11, and you're spending the rest, the 12 hours or whatever sleeping and or whatever. But it's worse than Groundhog Day. Drive, sleep, drive, sleep, drive, sleep. But it's good. I'm getting the miles, learning a lot, and getting comfortable. That's to me, the biggest thing about TNT is that how quickly you become comfortable with things. Again, I've said it before, never less alert. I don't mean to equate the two, but less tense. Everything that you're doing starts becoming a little bit of second nature. So that's kind of the beauty of TNT. But yeah, why I'm having the time to sit down and do a video like this. My last video was at Salt Lake City, and I apologize, I really had almost no time. If we had my trainer's way, I don't think we would have even gone in. But I wanted to just at least see the place. I hadn't been there, so he allowed me to go in and check the place out. I had enough time. I took a shower, grabbed a bite to eat, and took a little bit of quick video, and then we went back out and crashed. Bad word to use in trucking, I guess. Slept for a little while. Slept for a while, then got rolling. We picked up a load from Salt Lake. Actually do the 28th in New York, which is only I think a couple hundred miles from where we are right now. He was hoping that we could deliver it early. Today is the 26th, I think. Yeah, 26th. And he called ahead and he talked to somebody who thought maybe we might be able to, not on the 26th or the 25th. We wanted to do it yesterday. But he said maybe the 26th, but call back in the next day, which we did. And I guess someone a little higher up answered the phone that day and said, that no, there's no way to do the 26th, maybe the 27th. So right now, I think that's the plan. And that's why I'm at this truck stop. I'm here by myself in the truck, which is I would rather be rolling and getting the miles done, but I'm also going to appreciate the opportunity to get a good rest, clear your head moment. So I'll take advantage of it, either way. So let's see. So yeah, I'm here for most of the day. I think we'll be rolling out about 10 o'clock tonight. Don't have a whole lot of, as far as updates, I can tell you, I think you've probably followed most of it in the videos. I couldn't tell you in order where we've been, but we've been all over the place. Of course, Salt Lake City. We've been down this, I guess, Indiana, Ohio corridor several times. Let's see, been down south. We went to South Carolina. So yeah, it's a blur, to be quite honest. But also, like I said, learning a lot. But I guess the point of this video that I've been wanting to talk about, watching videos before I came out here, you see a lot of the positive for Prime and everything. And this is not going to be a negative video, but most of what I've portrayed has been excitement for different phases and things like that. I just want to be, I guess, real about TNT in the best circumstances, meaning you and your trainer are, simpatico completely. No training issues, just straight TNT. It's going to be a challenge, no matter what. This is just plain tough. It's grueling. Now, I know different trucks run them a little differently. We're not doing like an AM, PM type of thing. It's just a rolling, whatever happens when that clock is up, we switch. So I've gotten almost equal parts night driving and day driving, and it's not to heck with the circadian rhythm stuff on this truck. It's just you drive, you sleep, and whenever that time frame lands, that's it. So I've been able to sleep for the most part, even while bumping along. This is a Freightliner, so it bumps a little more, I guess, than others, but it hasn't been a real problem. There's been a few times where I didn't get quite enough. I usually, after an 11-hour drive, I can pretty much guarantee I'm going to conk out for at least 4 hours, and maybe stay in the bunk for a while, struggling to get another 2 to 3. Y'all know I've got sleep apnea, so that's probably one of my big concerns, is just making sure I got enough so that I'm not tapping out early. And I haven't had to yet. I've been able to do consistent 10 to 10 and a half hour shifts, and no doubt about it, in that last hour I'm getting tired, sleepy, not drowsy. If you're drowsy, you tap out. And my trainer has said that. It doesn't matter if it's in the 6th hour or the 11th. You do not drive drowsy, because that's when you wake up in the hospital, and possibly worse, other people waking up in the hospital, or not waking up at all. So anyway, I just wanted to be real about the TNT process. In the best case scenario, it's going to be challenging. Now, when you add into that some of the trainer issues you hear about out there, I will echo, I think No Hippies put out several videos lately. I haven't caught up with them. I'm hoping to watch some of them today, now that I got a little time. But I've read the titles, and I watched enough of him. I think I know where he's going to be going with it. Certainly, I will echo that if you're in a serious situation with your trainer, terrible hygiene, worse, disgusting behavior, abusiveness, things like that, I'm the first to say, definitely, call up Prime and try to get yourself out of that situation. However, I want to make sure everybody knows that you're not going to get a carbon copy of yourself as a trainer. It's just not going to happen. You're lucky if you get someone who, you share a few common interests and views, things like that, and that you can get along with for that long. They're not there to be your friend. You don't have to even like each other. Now, I'm just talking generally. I'm not really talking about I'll get into a little bit with my trainer, although I've said I will never, there is no dirty laundry right now, but I'm not going to air dirty laundry. I'm not naming him. He's not a YouTube guy, not particularly fond of the YouTube universe for Prime. So I'm respecting that. I'm not naming him. I'm not showing the outside of his truck, anything identifiable. If he ever wants to, he's more than welcome to jump on. But what I'm getting at is, you got to give him a chance. I will go as far to say with my trainer, and this is, there's nothing here. If he sees this, it's a conversation we've had, and we both agree. We are aligned in how we kind of see the world, politically, family. He's a little older than me, but we're all, I'm almost 50. I'm going to just start saying 50. It's easier. I'm getting close. 50 plus. He's a bit older than me, but we see the world basically the same. But personality-wise, we're probably the exact opposite. He is self-described as brash and loud and animated, and that. And y'all know me. I can talk to this camera for a while, but I'm a pretty laid-back, generally pretty quiet dude. I prefer just kind of being alone in my thoughts more than just about anything. So what you got here is a dynamic of on one side and silence on the other. And there's been, I'm just finishing up my second week, and I've talked with my trainer. There were times early on where I'm like, oh my God, am I going to really be able, am I going to get along with this guy? We're so different. And his training style isn't probably exactly what I would have, if I could create my own trainer. It wouldn't be the way he does it. It's, the culture is a little different for me. I'm coming from and we've talked about this as well. I'm coming from kind of a corporate, business world, where you put on your best business face, i.e. a lot of fakery. I think, you put on your workday persona. You're very professional. In my job, if you said the F word in the wrong place at the wrong time, you're gone. In this world, I'm struggling to start using the F word a little more. Seems to be a little more accepted here. But I guess what I'm saying is, don't expect that your trainer is going to be your best friend. It may be pretty rough, but are you learning? Are you getting the miles? That's the bottom line. And in this truck, there's no doubt my trainer is very experienced. He's a 15-year guy, and like I said, while I may not be a super big fan of some of the ways he imparts it, it's okay. I'm learning, and I like the guy, anyway, I guess what I'm saying is, don't maybe wipe away some of the romance of trucking that you may be getting from YouTube videos. I'm still absolutely convinced I made the right choice. I'm glad to be right here, right now. But TNT is not going to be perfect. It's challenging. I guess I could say this has probably been so far, I think, the hardest thing I've ever gone through. And I got quite a bit ahead of me too. So give your trainer a chance. And like I said, in the first 2 weeks, there were serious moments, not where I was about to pick up the phone, but I had moments where I'm like, oh my God, it looks like it might be heading that way eventually. I don't know if this is going to work. Give it time. And I would say when you're in a situation at that point, you kind of have a choice, avoid the guy, stay in your bunk every minute you possibly can, or put your best foot forward, jump up front when you don't have to, sit with the guy, talk for a while. That's what I did. I think there might have been a pull to just sleep away the other half of your TNT, get through it. That's probably the easier route. But I said, to hell with that. Let's jump up front and let's get to know each other. Maybe there's some misunderstandings. Maybe there's personality things, that we just don't understand. It's just not that they're trying to do this or that, but that kind of thing. And that's really helped. We've in the last few days spent a lot of time just kind of us both up front while we're rolling down the road, and we definitely, I know better where he's coming from, and he knows better where I'm coming from. He acknowledges, that coming from the corporate world to this is a massive change and takes some getting used to. Those of you that are doing the same thing, and I know there's several of you out there that are saying to hell with the desk life and coming trucking, just understand, the romance part is still there. There are moments when you're just up here by yourself, driving through Kansas or Nebraska, where it's just heaven. Best office in the world. The window up front. I had never had a view like this working from home or working, at the mental health place. So the romance is there, but I just want to, in not a negative way, let you understand that this is a tough process, financially and family-wise. Not everybody had the delays I did, but it's possible for anybody to have the delays I did. Those of you that haven't watched my earlier videos, and by the way, if you're coming to Prime, I do encourage you to go back to my first 8 to 10 videos, and I take you through step by step all the stuff you need to do before you ever arrive at Prime, and I take you through orientation and all that. So, hopefully you'll get something out of that. But kind of lost my train of thought, sorry. But as far as what to expect, delays, that's right. For me, I made the decision, I think in September, put in a long 2 months notice, but I left my job January 14th and had every expectation that I'd be starting at Prime. My first date that I was supposed to arrive was the 7th of February. But my trainer, Eric Odom, driver lineup, he had a trainee on his truck then, Captain Dave of Simple Plan Trucking. They were doing their TNT, and they had a bunch of delays. They had a weather delay for a few days out in Wyoming, and then the truck started messing up on them. And I'm at home, and 3 times I was packed and ready to go the next day, and my recruiter and I had to call it the night before, late the night before. Eric's not ready. So my planning as far as finances goes was only for a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, to be down and at least start getting the 200 back and starting on the process. But I was unemployed for a solid 2 months before I ever arrived at Prime. And I've told y'all, I came to trucking because I wasn't able to kind of build that nest egg. I'm not going to rehash everything, go back and look at the whys of why I'm out here, but in the simplest of nutshells, let's see, sorry, I got somebody coming real close to the truck. I came out here because, I had a great paying job, but I also had some debts and paying for some mistakes of my past as far as home purchases and things like that. So to the point where the great paycheck and my wife's paycheck combined got everything paid for. We had the big house, we have cars, but we don't have anything left over, and certainly savings is not building up. I've got 2 teenage kids that will be doing something after 18. I don't know if it's college or trade school or what, but I don't have a whole lot to give them at this point, and that's why I came out trucking. So what little nest egg I had, and what I had a little bit of I had a leave payout that I was hoping would span that time. So that has been long gone. I am into the $900 a month. $900 a week now. And I've had to make some pretty drastic decisions with my former retirement. I had to cash it out. It wasn't going to be a whole lot because I took it pre-early. I took it before 50, so it wasn't going to be a ton anyway, but I cashed that out, so I'm good to go for now, and I've been able to fix some of the problems immediately at home as far as, I've paid off a car and a credit card bill and things like that, so things are looking up there. But no, get your finances straight as best you can before you come out here, because you may hit delays, and even if you don't, let's see, you got 3 weeks, I think, of PSD roughly, at best 6 weeks of TNT, so you do the math, and then whatever wait between the time you leave your job and start with Prime, that's a long span to go unemployed, so be prepared there. Family-wise, I've said it before in other videos, get your family life as straight as you can coming out here. You don't want serious family stresses on your mind while you're out here learning. It's stressful enough, so do what you can to get that tamped down, and I would encourage you to wait if you've got serious either marital or whatever type of issues going on. This isn't going to help. It's definitely not, and your mind's going to be elsewhere, which can be dangerous. So I guess I'll leave that there. Not negative. I'm glad to be sitting right here where I am. I'm glad we're going to get rolling tonight, and really looking forward to the next chapter, which is upgrade and getting my own truck. So anyway, just wanted to mainly let you know I'm alive, give you a tiny update, and just I think that's the one thing I want to leave you with is just this is hard. It's not all roses. The brass ring at the end is what you're going for. The path getting here is going to be challenging. There's no way around it. So I don't want to ever inspire someone to come out here and then them to say, holy crap, I didn't realize how freaking hard this is. It's not a cakewalk. This is tough. So anyway, that's it. I'll check back in with you when I can. I might do maybe some of those shorts. I did one short video just to test out that process. That may be easier than, I don't have a lot of opportunities to do this kind of video where you're just sitting down and kind of shooting the shit. So hopefully I can keep in touch with you a little bit, but if not, you'll definitely see me in a few weeks at upgrade time. And at that point, once I'm on my own truck, I'm going to be really changing the way this channel goes. I really believe in almost daily videos. I want to show you what I'm seeing rather than sitting here looking at me jabber jaw for 15 or plus minutes. So expect a lot more. I want to go through to kind of tutorial type stuff. I really patterned this after my channel after JJ the Trucker. I haven't been able to really do it yet, but once we get rolling, I'm going to play by the rules. I do want to get a GoPro set so I can maybe do some time-lapse video shooting forward out the truck. And Prime has kind of frowned upon even talking over a forward-facing camera. I know JJ the Trucker does that and several other people do it. My thought maybe is that what I'd love to do is time-lapse video, crossing a state super fast, you see all the scenery, and maybe do an over voice type of thing and talk about a subject or something over top, not while driving, but we'll work that out when it comes. But expect big changes, better changes for this channel. I'm gonna up my game a bit. But until then, whenever I see you, I guess I'll see you when I see you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Like, subscribe, share, and again, if you know, the purpose of this channel is to inspire middle-aged and up people to do something. You know, if you're struggling and you're in a bad place and you're halfway through your life and you're not where you want to be, it may not be trucking. Do something. Don't wait. Don't think you're going to claw yourself out of a problem like that. It's going to take a bigger step. And if it happens to be trucking, if it happens to be Prime, I've said it before, I'll be honored if you use my referral code, which is BRISCH, BRISCH. And if you do, and if you would like, if you do that for me, and I believe in reciprocity, you and I will have a relationship if you want it. You will have my contact information. I'm brand new, but in as much as I can help you, I absolutely will. All right, this has gone way too long, so I'll talk to you guys later. Be well. See ya.